The face of the Packers defense taking a major hit today during the Green and Gold charity softball game. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Andrea is off tonight. You just saw it. Linebacker Clay Matthews takes a line drive to the face when pitching in that charity event this afternoon. Sports anchor Dave Schrader was there and joins us with the details. Dave.
Well, Sarah, it was not a pretty sight. A laid-back day, all for a good cause, got a little scary for the Packers' all-time leading sacker in the third inning. Clay Matthews was pitching as captain for his team in front of a sold-out crowd at Fox City Stadium when a liner off the bat of Lucas Patrick caught Clay right in the nose. He immediately left the field, covering up his bloodied face. Matthews was taken to the ER. He tweeted that he has a broken nose. He tweeted that just 10 minutes ago. He says he will have surgery when the swelling subsides. As play resumed 15 minutes later, Packers receiver Davante Adams sported Clay's jersey and pitched for both squads behind a protective pitching net. A scary moment away from the football field, but still in harm's way.
Yeah, he got hit in the nose. I don't really know exactly what the deal is right now. I know he was in a lot of pain and he was leaking a little bit, but tough guy, because I would have still been on that ground right now. But we're just gonna pray for him and hope that he feels better soon.
We are all hoping he feels better soon. I can relate. In a friendly pickup football game 2 years ago, I got 15 stitches in my face. Get well soon, Clay. We'll have full highlights from the whole softball game later in sports.
Thanks, Dave. Despite a fan favorite getting injured, plenty of fans and families still enjoyed the game, watching their favorite players from the gridiron take a swing on the diamond. New at 6, Nolan Blair spent the day with fans and heard why they love this event so much.
Say go, go Packers.
Go, go Packers!
The stands were packed. Players signed autographs, and softballs were smacked. All while Packer fans, both big and small, got a chance to see their favorite players up close.
Aaron Jones.
Why him?
Because he's the best player in the world.
When you come here, I mean, they're within 10 feet, so it's pretty cool.
More than 6,000 fans attended. The father of this son didn't get much time at his seats, but he still enjoyed the afternoon.
Just at the fact that the fans get to kind of mingle with the players, things like that. You get to see like the new guys.
And $45,000 was donated to charity. The event benefits Young Life, an organization that supports young people. Families and fans will tell you it's just a great time.
I mean, you include the Green Bay Packers in anything. It's a great atmosphere for the family. And he loves his Packers, don't you? Tell Mr. Nolan that you love your Packers.
I love the Packers!
In Grand Chute, Nolan Blair, Action 2 News.
Well, your weekend will finish out nice and cool, but not before we get some rain tonight. Storm Center 2 meteorologist David Ernst has the details. David.
Yeah, it's a good thing the charity game isn't going on right now. Might have a little bit of a rain delay. A few showers pushing towards Appleton with Storm Center 2 Viper here, and a few embedded thunderstorms in this line as well. Nothing severe, but you may hear a few rumbles of thunder, and not out of the question that we could have some wind gusts, say upwards of 25 to 35 miles per hour. So we'll take a closer look here around the Oshkosh area, just west, especially around Omro, between Oshkosh and Wautoma. Some rather heavy rainfall moving through right now. We've also got these showers extending northward throughout parts of Winnebago County and up towards just starting to get into southwestern Outagamie County. All of this activity is tracking off towards the north and the east, and we'll continue to watch these showers and storms as we go through the rest of the evening hours. Another round starting to develop into Minnesota, and that's going to be moving through overnight tonight. Temperature-wise right now, we're still holding in the 60s. Look for evening readings to fall back into the 50s, though. We'll take a closer look at those showers, let you know what your Sunday looks like as well coming up.
Thanks, David. The state Democratic convention continues today in Oshkosh with many candidates for Wisconsin congressional offices taking the stage. Headlining the group, Randy Bryce and Kathy Myers. They're running to replace Paul Ryan, who's retiring at the end of his term. Bo Lee Joyce, Brown County Assistant District Attorney, also spoke. He's trying to unseat Mike Gallagher in the 8th Congressional District.
Some people have said it may be too hard to defeat an incumbent in this district, or you'll never be able to compete with the millions of corporate dollars he has. But you know what I say? You know how I respond? Their money is not going to save them this year from their atrocious voting record.
A straw poll was also taken in that crowded race for the Democratic candidate for governor. Kelda Royce received the most votes, followed by Malin Mitchell and Tony Evers. The rug supplier for 9 Bon-Ton furniture galleries, including the Yonkers Furniture Gallery here in Green Bay, is liquidating thousands of rugs in his inventory this weekend through an auction. As we've reported, Yonkers parent company Bon-Ton Stores filed bankruptcy in February. A total of 12 Yonkers stores in Wisconsin are closing, putting more than 2,200 employees out of jobs statewide. New at 6, Sharon Bagenda shows us the struggle vendors and employees are facing.
As a result of the Bon-Ton bankruptcy, Mohammed Farshi, owner of Shamir and Rugs, were forced to remove more than 2,000 rugs out of 9 Bon-Ton furniture galleries in a matter of 8 days. Today, he's here in Green Bay doing a liquidation auction of those rugs.
200 I've got, 250.
John Schmidt says it happened all too quickly.
It all happened very quickly. I got a call on Friday and said we had to be out that week. And we were in a lot of stores, Green Bay, Milwaukee, Carson's in Chicago, a couple stores in Ohio. We had to get all the merchandise out within a week.
We didn't have a warehouse to take the rugs to, so we had to expeditiously secure some warehouse space. And then we arranged this auction very quickly to help liquidate our inventory.
Farshi was offered by liquidators to move his rugs from all 9 locations to one store in Illinois, an offer he refused.
At 125.
Rugs at the auction range from $50 to tens of thousands of dollars. Farshi is donating $1,000 from this weekend's rug sale to the Veterans Outreach of Wisconsin.
Some items might sell below cost, some at cost, some slightly above cost. At the end, we're just trying to liquidate inventory.
Bon-Ton employees say they're shocked at how quickly they lost their jobs.
It's not great. It was a surprise. It happened very, very quick. We weren't given a lot of notice as far as when we had to be out. I had a job. Next week I don't have a job.
The rug auction continues here at the Hyatt Regency and KI Convention Center tomorrow, with a preview starting at 11 and the auction beginning at 1:30. Reporting in Green Bay, Sharon Bagenda, Action 2 News.
First of its breaking news into our newsroom in the last half hour about a deadly crash in Waushara County today. The Waushara County Sheriff's Office says it was called to a 2-vehicle crash on State Road 73 near County Road Double K just after 2 o'clock this afternoon. First responders found 2 pickup trucks had struck almost head on. One driver was declared dead at the scene. 2 people in the other truck were taken to a Stevens Point hospital. There were no details on their conditions. The Sheriff's Office plans to release the other driver's name on Monday. A school near Milwaukee stops distributing yearbooks after learning a senior wrote an offensive quote inside targeting the Jewish community. The unnamed student at New Berlin West High School wrote, quote, "There will always be one true final solution." The principal calls it inappropriate and offensive and apologized to parents in an email. The Milwaukee Jewish Federation says it's worked with the school district because of other anti-Semitic incidents.
It refers to the genocide of the Jewish people in Europe. It was an organized genocide, so it's not innocuous and it's not funny.
The school is placing stickers over the quote on yearbooks that have not yet gone out and offering stickers to families who have already received one. If you're heading out tonight, you may need an umbrella, but the good news, your weekend will end. The face of the Packers defense takes a big hit today during the Green and Gold Charities softball game. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Andrea is off tonight. You saw it, linebacker Clay Matthews taking a line drive to the face when pitching in that charity event this afternoon. Sports anchor Dave Schrader was there and joins us with all the details. Dave.
Yes, Sarah, it was not how Clay Matthews wanted his day to go. Just a few weeks from his summer break, the linebacker will now need surgery after suffering a broken nose in a scary moment at Fox City Stadium. Clay Matthews was pitching as captain for his team in front of a sold-out crowd when a liner off the bat of Lucas Patrick caught Clay right in the nose. He immediately left the field, covered up his bloodied face. Matthews was taken to the emergency room. He tweeted that he has a broken nose and it could have been worse. He will have surgery when the swelling subsides. As play resumed 15 minutes later, look, a protective net for Davante Adams, who took over pitching duties for both teams. Well, it was behind that protective net, though, of course. A scary moment away from the football field, but still in harm's way.
Yeah, he got hit in the nose. I don't really know exactly what the deal is right now. I know he was in a lot of pain and he was leaking a little bit, but tough guy, because I would have still been on that ground right now. But we just gonna pray for him and hope that he feels better soon.
Our thoughts are with Clay tonight. I can relate. A friendly pickup game of football left me with 15 stitches in my face 2 years ago. Get well soon, Clay. We'll have full highlights from the softball game later in sports.
All right, thanks, Dave. Aside from that injury, the fans watching still enjoyed seeing their favorite players from the gridiron taking a swing on the diamond. More than 6,000 people attended today's Green and Gold charity softball game. $45,000 was donated to charity. Families and fans say it's just a great time to watch a game up close and personal with their favorite team.
And, you know, you include the Green Bay Packers in anything. It's a great atmosphere for the family. And he loves his Packers, don't you? Tell Mr. Nolan that you love your Packers.
I love the Packers.
The event benefits Young Life, an organization that supports young people. Well, if you stepped outside tonight, you likely came back in a little bit damp. When will the rain stop, and how will your weekend end? Storm Center 2 meteorologist David Ernst has the answers.
Yeah, the umbrella definitely came in handy when I was out and about on my dinner break this evening. Now, we are getting a little bit of a lull in the activity around the Fox Cities up towards Green Bay right now, but still some heavier showers ongoing for the lakeshore communities as well as into Marinette County. The next round of steadier rainfall moving into central Wisconsin as we speak. So a closer look here shows the heaviest rainfall right along the lake shoreline in Kewaunee County, just east of Sturgeon Bay, and then up through Marinette, pushing on into the UP of Michigan. But we are quiet for the most part right now around Green Bay, Appleton. A few little showers on the southwest side of Oshkosh into southern Winnebago County with some heavier rainfall right now, Wautoma southward. Down into parts of Marquette and Green Lake counties, and also extending northward into Waupaca County. In fact, this batch of heavier rain is going to be pushing through Waupaca itself here within the next, say, about 15 minutes or so. A few rumbles of thunder down around Madison into southwestern Wisconsin. This is all part of the next round of rain that is going to be pivoting through the Fox Cities and Green Bay, so you may hear a few rumbles of thunder, but no severe weather expected. Temperatures right now in the 50s, and we're looking at start to your Sunday in the 50s. A lot of cloud cover through the day, not much rain, though. We'll tell you who could see those showers, though, through the day Sunday coming up.
David, thanks. So one person is dead after a crash in Waushara County this afternoon. The Waushara County Sheriff's Office says it was called to a two-vehicle crash on State Road 73 near County Road Double K just after 2 o'clock. First responders say two pickup trucks hit almost head-on. One driver was declared dead at the scene. Two people in the second truck were taken to a Stevens Point hospital. There are no details on their conditions tonight. New data from the Puerto Rican government shows there were more deaths following Hurricane Maria than previously reported. A memorial in front of the Capitol in San Juan is paying tribute to those victims. More than 1,500 pairs of shoes are on display. They represent every person who died because of Hurricane Maria. Although the death count from the storm remains at 64, a new study from Harvard University says that number is now more than 4,600. Yesterday, the island's Department of Health says 1,400 people died in the months after Maria hit, but did not link them to the hurricane.
I've been saying the numbers are going to be higher and that we needed to revisit and to study this scientifically.
8 months after Maria, more than 10,000 people are still without power. With hurricane season starting once again, energy officials admit the power grid remains vulnerable and that another storm could wipe it out again. The state Democratic convention continues today in Oshkosh with a focus on congressional candidates. Headlining the group taking the stage today, Randy Bryce and Kathy Myers. They each want to replace Paul Ryan, who's retiring at the end of his term. Bo Lee Joyce, a Brown County District Attorney, Assistant Attorney that is, also spoke. He's trying to unseat Mike Gallagher in the 8th Congressional District.
Some people have said it may be too hard to defeat an incumbent in this district, or you'll never be able to compete with the millions of corporate dollars he has. But you know what I say? You know how I respond? Their money is not going to save them this year from their atrocious voting record.
A straw poll was also taken in that crowded race for the Democratic candidate for governor. Kelda Royce received the most votes, followed by Malin Mitchell and Tony Evers. There's a new twist out of Washington tonight in the battle between President Trump and special counsel Robert Mueller. ABC News has confirmed the president's legal team sent a confidential letter to Mueller in January, arguing the president cannot illegally obstruct the Russia meddling probe because the Constitution gives the president the power to, quote, terminate the inquiry or even exercise his power to pardon. The president has said he would sit down with Mueller to discuss the Russia probe if he's treated fairly. Before the memo was published, the president accused the Justice Department and special counsel of leaking the letter. So far, though, there's no evidence that leak came from either of them. A first-of-its-kind playground opens today in Grand Chute, and your kids may be begging to go to it on a